This video is here to give you information about the 10 different programs the Flex Belt has to offer you and to provide you with some very useful training tips. Let's start with the different programs. And when your Flex Power Control Unit is turned on, select the different programs by pressing the button on the right. Program number 1 is the beginner program, lasting 20 minutes. It is the least powerful of the programs. Program number 2 is an intermediate program lasting 25 minutes. Program number 3 is called the Advanced program and lasts 30 minutes. Program number 4 is the Expert program lasting 30 minutes. Now programs 5, 6, and 7 each last 30 minutes and are all considered expert programs that each get a little stronger than the one before it. And program number 8 is considered an endurance training program that is not as strong as programs 4 through 7, but it is the longest program at 40 minutes. And programs 9 and 10 are considered bonus programs that are very short and are meant to give you a quick workout with rapid contractions. And don't worry, you do not need to memorize these programs right now. They are listed in your handy manual included in your Flex Belt box. Make sure and keep the manual in your carrying case that came in your Flex Belt box. So if you're someone that is just getting started on your abdominal training, we would recommend starting with program number 1 and working your way up through the other programs. Now, if you're someone that is already in good shape, we would recommend starting with program number 3 and then working your way through the other programs. Here are some training tips to help you achieve solid results. Now let's start with the intensity and the contractions. When you put the Flex Belt on, make sure it is very snug against your skin. This helps the electrodes to emit their signals through the gel pads as efficiently as possible. The first time you use the Flex Belt, you want to get the intensity high enough to feel a solid contraction, not just a tingling sensation. Now we recommend starting with an intensity of at least 20 and working your way up. A helpful tip is that most people can get up to at least level 40 by the end of their first training session. Now, there are 2 intensity buttons, one that powers the left side and one that powers the right side. Make sure and keep both sides at the same intensity. However, if for some reason the contractions clearly feel stronger on one side than the other, then go ahead and adjust just one side to get the contractions feeling even. Here's how we would recommend increasing the intensity. Once you're at a good intensity and can feel a contraction, give it a few minutes to get used to it. Then go ahead and increase the intensity by 3 to 5 levels. Wait a few minutes to let your body get used to it, and then go ahead and increase it another 3 to 5 levels. Now keep doing this throughout your training session until you reach a good, powerful contraction. Go ahead and push yourself.
Well, I think what surprises you about the Flex Belt the most is the power that it has. You are able to control how much intensity you get. Once I found you could turn it up, every day I challenge myself and I go, okay, how much can I take? How much can I push? And let me tell you something, there are times when I can't even take it. It's working your stomach out so hard. And I mean, I love that. Like, what other machine does that?
You're going to find that the next time you use your Flex Belt, you'll be able to start at a higher level than you started the previous time. And it will be easier to increase your intensity as you work up to it. Now, also, don't be surprised if your abs are sore the next day, just as if you had done an intense ab workout.
I know it's working first and foremost because my abs are sore. My abs feel like I have had like the most amazing workout and I've just worn a belt around the house for 30 minutes. I mean, that to me says it right there. It works.
Now, here are some good tips for how to use the various programs. Once you're done with programs 1 and 2, the beginner and intermediate ones, you'll want to get started on the advanced programs, which are 3 through 7. Now, we recommend that you use program number 3 for several days, increasing the intensity with each session. Once you're reaching the higher intensity levels, you can then move on to program number 4. Now, we want you to do the same thing here for several more toning sessions. After that, work your way through 5, 6, and 7 the exact same way. Then do program number 8 for a day or 2. This is the endurance program that is less intense but lasts longer at 40 minutes. Now, after you've worked your way nice and steady through the different programs, you can mix it up from day to day. You might do program number 3 one day and work your way up through programs 4 through 8 consecutively. Or you could just juggle the programs randomly. Either way, once you're at this level, we highly recommend you mix up the programs from day to day so that your abdominal muscles don't get used to one program and that they don't plateau. This is a well-respected training technique called muscle confusion. Dr. Picari can explain more about muscle confusion.
Yeah, one of the things nice about the Flex Belt are the different number of programs. And the different programs are different periods of time, but also they change the intensity and the length of the contractions, the length of the rest periods, so your muscles are always adapting to a changing stimulus. You know, in the field we call that muscle confusion, because if you lift weights or do any exercise program, if you do the same overload stimulus time and time again, your body's going to get used to it and tends to plateau. By constantly changing your workout routine, okay, it's going to maximize the benefits, because your body always has to adapt to a changing stimulus. And that's what's nice about the Flex Belt and the different programs, is you're always challenging the muscle in a different fashion, so your body never gets used to one workout all the time. It never gets bored. It's always adapting, always changing.
Another tip we recommend is to make sure you use your Flex Belt on a regular basis. We recommend 5 times a week until you reach your goals, and then you can reduce that to just 2 to 3 times a week. So keep your Flex Belt handy. Make sure you have it in a place that you remember to use it. Another good tip, get in the habit of using the Flex Belt while you do some of your everyday activities. Some people really like to wear it while they sit at their desk. Others like to use it while they're doing chores around the house. My wife uses it each night while she cooks dinner for our family. And I like to use it while I'm training clients, and then when I unwind from a long day and just want to catch up on some TV. Whatever it might be, there will definitely be a good time for the Flex Belt to fit into your day, because it is so convenient to get this perfect toning session while you do other things.
I use the Flex Belt when I'm reading my scripts, when I'm on a conference call, when I'm making dinner, getting the kids lunches. Having the Flex Belt is so easy because there's no excuse. I don't have to stop anything that I'm doing. I just have to put it on, does the work for me, I get the results, and it's easy.
Remember to also keep your Flex Power Control unit charged. We recommend charging it about every 3 uses. It takes about 2 to 3 hours to fully charge. Now, a good rule of thumb is to just keep the power plug in your carrying case that came in your box. Now, the last tip we have for you today is to always make sure and have replacement gel pads on hand. These medical grade gel pads get worn as you use the belt and they lose their durability. When this happens, they become weak and ineffective. You will know when the gel pads need to be replaced because your toning session just won't feel as strong. Generally, the pads last about 20 to 30 times for average users. However, this depends on how hard you push your toning session as well. With higher intensity sessions, you will need to replace the gel pads more often. You can always order replacements by visiting theflexbelt.com or by calling our friendly customer service department. Thank you, and enjoy the Flex Belt. You're gonna love it.